Errol Spence Jr. has all of the tools to be the face of the sport.
April 16th, the return of the truth. Errol Spence Jr. back to Showtime. One of boxing's pound-for-pound best, arguably the best active welterweight of this era, Errol Spence Jr. will seek to unify 3 titles when he puts his WBC and IBF title on the line against the WBA world champion, Yordenis Ugas.
Finally, we get what we're working for, is the top fight in welterweight division. Actually, we respect Errol Spence for his achievement, but remember, Yordenis Ugas always coming underdog, and I love to be underdog.
And I'm gonna give the fans more than 100% of what I can give. I'm gonna leave it all out there, and I can promise you, it's gonna be something you don't wanna miss.
The star-studded welterweight division will add yet another chapter to its dramatic history of memorable matchups when Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas go toe-to-toe for a highly anticipated unification showdown on Saturday, April 16th. Welcome back to Boxing Stars. Today we highlight the predictions of professionals and fans for Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas.
Welterweight champion of the world. He's known as the truth.
I mean, you gotta look at Errol. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? The big shark. He for real about it. And it's my brother, man. It's my brother. We grew up with him. We know what he's capable of. You know, we train with him. Don't get me wrong. Ugas is not. He's a good dude. Good. You know, I like Ugas. Styles make fights. A southpaw against a orthodox. You're gonna get a clever match. You're gonna get a clever match.
Spence all day.
We team Spence for sure. We're gonna get a clever match. You asked me about the match.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no nothing.
Ain't no doubt. I'm
going. Busting his motherfucking ass.
We got
What's like now to be defending the title?
I gotta go with Spence, man. You know what? I've been liking the way Spence been looking. I gotta go with Spence. I like the way he's looking. I like the way he sounds. His skin looks good. The eye looks good when I'm watching him.
I feel like Ugas would have to be the one to put on the pressure on Errol. I think Errol will kind of navigate his way around Ugas, trying to see what's working and all that stuff. But I feel like it's gonna go to distance. I feel like, yes.
Spence beating him up. Maybe stop him, maybe not, but I feel like he's gonna go to his body a lot. And I feel like Spence is a better fighter. I think Ugas a great fighter, but stylistically, Spence gonna get him.
He's been looking good, and I've been liking the interviews I've been seeing. You know, I give Spence a hard time because I want to see him fight against Crawford. You know, and that's why I give him a hard time. Everybody say, oh, you always throwing jabs at him. No, I think he's a fantastic fighter. But, you know, I just feel that the Crawford fight should be sooner than later. You understand that? Because if another injury acquired, then we got to wait a whole nother year, bro. And it's like, come on, let's make this fight. So, once he beats Ugas, because he will, Ugas is perfect, tailor-made for him. Guy that likes to sit in front, guy that likes to cover up, use the high guard. Spence is beautiful coming around those guards, picking down to the body. Guys tuck up like this, you go around to the body, come up on the top, you know, control him with his jab, isolate him here, stab him back down with the left hand down to the body, then come behind with his 2 body shots. I know Spence very, very well. I follow Spence very well. I know him very well. Come around with the right hook. He's a good fighter. He's a great fighter, actually. He really is. And his toughness, and he continues to show that because he continues to fight these guys, man, even coming off an injury, bro. The best guys in the world. So you gotta respect that. And I know he's a dog. He is. He's a dog, bro. This dude, this dude escaped death. Let's put it that way.
Breaking news out of Dallas where a bad rollover crash has happened.
And we're told it involves a champion boxer.
The driver in that crash is Errol Spence Jr. Fortunately, that driver is expected to survive, we're told, but right now he is in ICU.
I don't remember the night of the crash or 3 weeks after the crash. It was like blank. It took me probably like a couple months to watch it. It definitely put a lot of things in perspective. When it's your time, it's your time.
You off them drugs, you think you macho, you gon' slide tonight. I know you will, you ain't gon' kill or someone die tonight. That's the vibe tonight. But I'm like JJ with this gun, it's like a dynamite.
He's the guy, he's solid. He's nothing to take away from him. Not same way we are, because the background is different. But as American boxing style, he's very solid guy.
A lot of people claim they real, they don't be lying. I really got the heart of tigers. I got the eye of a lion and the heart of a tiger.
Yeah, Ugas is a very clever fighter because, you know, I fought him in amateurs as well. And I beat him in the World Championships. And he was fighting for Cuba at the time. I was representing England. He is a very technical southpaw. You know, in the day, make you miss. But, you know, with Spence now, a lot of people are still talking about that accident. Is he still the same fighter as he was before? I'm sure he is. You know, in the day, because he came back and fought Danny Garcia and beat Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia is, you know, he's a tough operator.
You guys want to know, well, Sean, you fought them both. Like, who's got the more power and who's stronger and who's faster, who's got the better game plan and better boxers, so on and so forth. I think styles make fights, and we're have a classic case right here of styles making fights. The cool thing I like is that I think Ugas has thrown a little wrinkle in his game, and I'm curious to see what Ugas comes to the ring on fight night.
Don't forget, Spencer went to the Olympics. Yes. What he did? Nothing. Ugas went to the Olympics. Yes. What Ugas did? Bronze medal. Ugas was Pan American Game champion, amateur world champion. Spencer? No. But professional and amateur, no, it's not the same. If you see the Cuban fighter, they have a system from the very young age to the top Olympics level, no? And they persist more during all this system. The American fighter, they have different system. They're sometimes when before they can reach the top of amateur, they go to professional. Yes, I did. And the Cuban guy, they have to be there until it's the maximum they can get. So they have to be in the system.
Keep it rolling, 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 keep it real as they come. Been up and down so many times, they got my nerves going on. They try to paint a picture of a nigga like I'm Fugazi. Gotta give my son my all, that's how my mama raised me. I try to pray to God, hoping he will save me. I ain't never come this far, not to take care of my baby. I gotta stay involved, even though they tryna jade. Roller coaster. Roller, 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 roller.
He said that he got Ugas, that if Ugas goes in really good condition and he has a really good, Ugas has a really good chin, that if he goes in, he's gonna beat him.
No problem. Easy Spence fight. But Ugas only condition no problem for the fight. Same Pacquiao, same fight Pacquiao, same only condition.
He was not the same guy he fought with Champ Porter to the same guy fought with Danny Garcia.
Really?
Something missing.
What is
he was missing something there.
Healthy Earl? I'll pick Earl all day. You go with Spence? Yeah, all day.
I think Spence might win it because Ugas, I feel like in the past he showed a little bit of shaky chin. So I can see like Ugas going down like in the first 4 rounds, but I think it's gonna go 12 rounds. But I think the difference in the fight is probably gonna be like a knockdown.
Feel like I'm really the king of my city. I got the crown now, boy. 238s on the side of me, looking like a cowboy, yeah.
He's awkward and he's not conventional. You know, it works for him. You know, so and then you got Errol Spence as a southpaw, but we don't know how he's gonna be able to deal with, you know, Ugas's unconventional style. So, you know, it's gonna be a great fight.
They both have great jabs, right? They both got long jabs too, which is interesting because we've seen how Errol Spence can dominate with his jab when he has that long jab over somebody like Mikey Garcia. We've seen what he can do with that jab, but now he's going to be trying to pin somebody down who also has a long reach and a long jab and a long right hand, you know, and also somebody who's Cuban, who's very good at spacing, and ring man. I think both fighters are slow starters and they're both good finishers. So I really think the fight's going to get started in the 7th round. Real talk. I think the fight's going to happen from round 6, 7, 8, and 9. I think those are going to be where the fight is won. Has there ever been an undisputed Cuban champion in the history of boxing?
No, there hasn't.
This is a monumental moment right here, right now, you know.